Ladies and gentlemen, as things stand, Matiangi has turned out to be a very serious candidate for 2027. And I'm going to dissect it here on this video on how Matiangi has shown his seriousness. But before I take you through, please, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, kindly take a second or two, subscribe, and also comment. Thank you so much for those who have supported me to the 6,000 subscription mark. Please, as I head to 10,000, be part of that journey. Let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe before I proceed. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let me dive into the topic today. How has Dr. Fred Matiangi Okengo gotten very serious or become a very serious candidate in this election? First of all, his seriousness has not been shown by any other person other than President William Ruto and his men, who constantly talk about Matiangi in every function that they go. Be it in Kambani, be it in Western Kenya, be it in Eldoret with Osoro, and many other parts like even Migori County. The topic has been Dr. Okengo Fred Matiangi. According to me, I feel strongly that the NIS has informed President William Ruto that this candidate is the man to watch come 2027. And probably, if he's not careful, this is the person to take him home. That is the message that is very clear to William Ruto from the NIS. And that is why William Ruto has dispatched his lieutenants to attack Dr. Fred Okengo Matiangi wherever they are, whenever they go. One of the major things they're talking about Dr. Fred Matiangi is the Yala River dumpings of people who actually were dumped there, killed and dumped in Gunias. That has been the major thing they're talking about Dr. Fred Okengo Matiangi. However, on this video here, I want to take you through on how Matiangi has shown his seriousness. Number one, we look at it from the Gusii journey where he went for a homecoming.
Ndiyo makaribisho yaliyomwalika aliyekuwa waziri wa usalama Daktari Fred Matiangi.
That journey was massive, and we have to admit it here that it shook William Ruto and his team. Why did it shake President William Ruto and his team? This is simply because Matiangi had not been in the country. He had not been in any public forum. He had not spoken about his presidency. He has not talked of anything. Then he comes to the country, he holds a rally going home, and people turn out in large numbers. No one has ever filled the Gusii Stadium in 5 minutes, and the entire Gusii Stadium was full, right from the terraces until the pitch where the players play. It's only Matiangi who did it recently when he came to Kisii. That was a clear signal to President William Ruto and his team that this is a serious candidate. And that indeed shows the seriousness that Matiangi holds. And seriousness comes from the numbers that you can pull, the people you can influence, the people you can talk to. And that is very strong when it comes to the Gusii politics and also the national politics, as we all know, because politics is all about perception. So the entire Gusii is supporting Matiangi, and that support has given Matiangi more strength to do other things courageously. Now, what else tells me that Matiangi is a serious candidate? Number two, it's the fact that he went to Ominyoro. When Matiangi was in Ominyoro, he literally took over the show. When he arrived, the entire function stopped. As he was heading towards the podium where they were supposed to sit at the tent, Rigathi Gachagua was by his side. People ignored Gachagua was present, and they kept on singing and praising Dr. Fred Okengo Matiangi. Why was this? There's something unique that Matiangi brings in a team. And that thing, it is leadership. Leadership of quality and integrity. That makes him a very strong candidate. And that is why I can say he's now a very serious candidate come 2027. Also, apart from just going to Ominyoro, Dr. Fred Okengo Matiangi has also started reaching out to other people across the country. When he came to Kisii here, some of the things he said were that he's going to reach out to other people, talk to them, and probably see what can happen as far as the presidency of 2027 is concerned. And surprisingly, he visited the Maasai people. I was so much impressed about Dr. Fred Okengo Matiangi. First of all, let me tell you guys here that Matiangi is a very unique candidate this time around. He's not a person who just simply works out politics the way it has been happening in the country. Someone whom I trust so much told me that when Matiangi was handling the education docket, one thing he did is to first source information, have data, And before he executes, he goes through it so he knows where to hit the targets so that he could be able to correct the mistake wherever it was. When he went to even the North Rift, he knew where the problem was. So Matiangi, as he is now coming to this country to challenge President William Ruto, the first thing that he has done is to gather information. He knows the areas to go to, what to say, who to talk to. And in the Maasai region, he did not disappoint. Why? He went straight away to the elders. And those are the people who speak at the grassroots. I'm not so sure the elders that were with him, where they came from, but the fact is, from the faces you can tell these are wazes of the Maasai region. And if you go through such a kind of a method, it pulls at the attention of the people because you've respected the culture of that place, that the wazes speak on behalf of the community. Apart from that, if you see someone like Olelenku, for heaven's sake, we can't say that they are enemies with Matiangi. These are people who worked, colleagues in Uru's government. They supported Olelenku for the seat that he's holding right now. So the fact remains that Olelenku will definitely deliver Kajiado to him. That one, it's undisputable. You all know that. So when it comes to Matiangi, he went with the elders. Apart from just going apart from just meeting the elders, he also traveled with the elders from the Gusii region. And one of the most respected elders from this good region, it is none other than Mzee Professor Sam Ongeri, the former senator of Kisii County. This gentleman, he's so much respected in the Gusii region because of not only just being a Mzee in terms of age, but also because of the tremendous work that he has done when he was an MP and also as a Minister of Education, apart from that as a senator. So therefore, as we speak today, Senator Sam Ongeri accompanied him. Apart from Senator Ongeri, there are some other leaders from the Gusii region like Tong, who also have experience of leadership in this region here in Gusii. So therefore, Matiangi was well endowed when he was going to face these wazes. Whenever wazes are introduced in a crowd, there's a lot of seriousness that is portrayed there. There's a lot of seriousness that Matiangi shows, which speaks a lot to the Kenyan politics. Another thing that makes Matiangi to be a very serious candidate, it is the way he talks. Matiangi has literally avoided the petty things that have been happening in the country. Abusive language, attacks here and there. He has avoided, and he has literally decided to speak to the common mwananchi. And that is what shows leadership in an individual. Because today will be leadership, tomorrow will not be there. When you abuse people, what do you expect? So therefore, Matiangi has portrayed a lot of maturity in the way he talks to people, and that is a sign of seriousness when it comes to a leader in this country. Also, we cannot really doubt that Matiangi will be a serious candidate, especially after having a big family behind you. As we speak today, the Kenyatta family is supporting Dr. Fred Matiangi. We all know Matiangi lacks the financial muscles to push for the campaigns in this country. We also know that Matiangi does not have that political stature that he had been having, that other politicians have. So having this kind of a push, this kind of a support, it is critical to propel a presidential candidate in this country. And that is why the NIS constantly keeps on speaking to President William Ruto that Matiangi is a serious candidate that you must take very, very serious. Going forward, we expect President William Ruto to do many other things to ensure that they are trying to bring down Dr. Fred Matiangi. I don't know what's your take as far as Matiangi's strategy is concerned, but on the comment section, kindly engage me and let me know if you see Matiangi as a serious candidate or not. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abel Mokwa. Thank you so much for those who've been supporting me. May God bless you so much.